My name is Sylvain. I'll be your MC for the night. We're super happy to welcome you here in this amazing venue. We have a lot to show tonight. We're going to have 13 pitches, 13 teams. And actually, those 13 teams are coming from 4 different groups of students. At Le Wagon, we offer 3 different programs. We're offering a web development program, a data science program, and a data analytics programs. Tonight, you're lucky. You're in luck because you will see all 3 types of programs showcased in front of you, so you can see a little bit what the differences are and what types of projects students are able to build. And tonight is a very special night because by the end of the night, when all of the pitches are set and done, we're gonna hit the 1,000 graduates mark for Le Wagon Tokyo. So we're super happy to have you with us for that. For the very first pitch, we're going to be welcoming a part-time web group, and let's welcome Ben on stage.
First of all, can I get a show of hands? Who here can read Japanese perfectly? No, a couple. Okay, a few. Who wishes they could? Oh, that's almost everyone. Fantastic. Luckily, I've been using an app that has helped me to learn to read. We get that feedback? Okay. To read kanji a lot better. So it's called Wrond, and it's fantastic. It's been really useful. So it uses puzzles and games to help you to learn. So today, I'm going to show you some of the kanji mode, which is using a nonogram puzzle. Does anyone know what nonograms are? Yeah? Thank you. Somebody. Okay. So I've been using this a lot recently. And I've managed to go through nearly all of the N5 kanji, for anyone that knows the JLPT. I've actually only got one left. So I'm going to do that tonight with everybody here. And for those of you that don't know what nonograms are, which seems to be most of you, I'm going to give you a very brief explanation. So, we'll start the puzzle, and you can see there's sets of numbers. We've got a 16 at the bottom, so that means I can draw 16 squares in a row, straight down the line. Easy to understand. At the top, we've got 12. That means there's 12 squares in a row there that we can join up. You can see at the top as well, we've got some sets of numbers, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. That means there's one line, then a gap, then one line, then a gap, then one line. But I'm not sure what this kanji is yet, so I'm going to ask for a quick hint from Rondaro, the mascot at the bottom. 3 lines converge here. A triangle's tail unfolds, unity and count. It's very poetic. 3, perhaps? It looks like it could be 3. Let's draw the 10 in the middle. Yeah, that looks like a 3 to me. Oh, I got some experience. 46 seconds. Not bad. Yes, 3. I was right. Fantastic. Whew, that's a relief. Okay, so I'm still not confident with that, so I'm going to practice it just a little bit more. I'm going to go to my flashcards and make sure that I really understand it. So I think it's going to be sat right on the end, unfortunately. I have to scroll right down because it was the last one I did. But if we get there, we can see it. Yep, fantastic. So let's have a look. I wonder how to pronounce it. Okay, no audio. That's fine. There's an example sentence. 3人でレストランに行きます. 3 people are going to a restaurant? I think that's what that means. Can anyone confirm? Is that right? Yeah? Yeah, thank you. Okay, cool. I'm doing all right. I'm still not confident, though, so I'm going to try the story mode. And the story mode generates a nice little story so you can see the kanji in context. Gives you some idea of how to use them and what to do. So let's have a look. Oh, this one looks tricky. I wonder. I think I can do it. Yeah, maybe that's right. Yeah, brilliant. Okay, so this really helps me to learn. Doing puzzles is great. It's fun. But ultimately, it's kind of hard to remember things, right? Doing it this way gives you a bit of context, lets you understand what you're doing a bit more. You know, reading it in natural Japanese over and over again, I think it really helps to hammer the point home. So I've been practicing a lot, so I've been nailing these ones. No errors. Oh, no, I messed one up. Does anyone know what this last one might be? Can anyone help me out? The middle one. The middle one. Yomitai. Oh, fantastic. Thank you very much, the man over there. Looks like I got it. Oh, and I leveled up. Brilliant. Level 3 to 4. So I think I might have unlocked something. So I'm just going to check my profile, see what I've got there. Oh, okay. A yellow background. That's cool. I love yellow, so that's nice. Set that up. All right. Mia, do you want to do a battle? Like I'm going to lose? Come on. Bring it on. All right, let's try battle mode. Oh, it's set up already. Manky Mia, brilliant. Let's give that a try. It's going to start here. So this battle mode, it's just a puzzle, but you can race against your friends to see who can solve it faster. This is a tricky one, but I think I've got this. That is a very bright background you've got there, Mia. Rainbows. I like my yellow a lot better, but 15 down the middle. I think I've got that. What's the next one? 10 down the side. Yep. I'm going to beat you. You're behind me. Never. Okay, nearly there. One more. 14 across. Oh, yeah, I got it. Mountain. And another level up. Fantastic. And a cheer for Mia. So that is Wrond. It's really helped me to learn to read. Anybody that's interested, I recommend you check it out. Have a look at the daily challenge mode. There's a new kanji every day. You can try it out. Test your high scores against everyone else, see how you do. And I'd just like to say thank you to Mia, Julian, and Liam as well, who've made this possible. And I hope everybody has a great night here. Thank you very much.
For this second pitch, the next pitch coming up, we're going to have a data analytics team. We're going to be welcoming the team Neobank on stage.
What is Neobank? Neobank used to be, but is not anymore. So our story is really, why did that happen? So I think for me, I call it's a trip. So let's bank to the future. And basically what Neobank used to be is that they had a principle of offering credit cards and very low fee for cross-international transfers. And they also had a very convenient cryptocurrency account, which people could make easily transfer across countries and across all these different accounts through an app. So on the next slide, we're going to see the users, which were back in 2018, there were about 18,000 users who were doing 200,000 transactions a month for 2.4 million US dollars. The users were mainly based in the UK, but generally across Europe. And they were enjoying these services. But it was a very new bank. So when we look at how long our users have been using the services, it was on average 7 to 8 months. So already we understood that retaining these customers would be critical for the survival of the bank. And already there were a few red flags, which Fern is going to present now.
Thank you. Over the past 1.5 years, Neobank has processed 466.7 billion US dollars. However, with a completion rate of just 87.9%, we can be sure that there are 12.1% of unhappy, frustrated customers whom may have switched to competitors during the process. Looking at the currency breakdown, we see 35 different currencies transacted, but take a look at this 10.7% on the pie chart. That represents 31 currencies with minimal volume, adding unnecessary operational costs to our servers. As a new company, optimizing this is key. On to the right, our quarterly user registration trends reveal a sharp drop in Q1 2019, continuing to impact transactions in Q2 2019. While we lack enough data to pinpoint the cause, this is a red flag that requires deep investigation. If I were a data analyst at Neobank at the point, this would be a top concern. With these insights in mind, Rainier, over to you.
One of the things the bank could have done is clustering. It automatically groups similar things together based on patterns in the data. Here we have a chart of 2 key user segments shown in green and orange. We're looking at the green segment. We see that the users are spread across all subscription plans. They have also received more marketing notifications and show a little bit more predictable behavior. These are the kinds of customers that every company wants to retain. Now, if we move to the orange segment, they are a little bit different. These users are mainly in just 3 subscription plans. They've received fewer marketing notifications and made fewer transaction attempts in general compared to the green group, which makes them less predictable. This segmentation is something that Neobank's marketing team could have used for a more targeted approach. Users categorized in orange should receive slightly different messaging compared to those in green. In the next slides, Ola will discuss churn and show us a tool that could have helped save the bank.
We have here churn. So we're defining churn as the users who are inactive or the user who didn't use our app, which is a part of the bank transaction, for more than 60 days. We can say that they ghosted us. So in terms of transaction, we find that the users with the lower transaction amount, they're churning more. That means more engagement, more attachment. Also in terms of age, we found that older users are moving from us more. Maybe they have something important to do, I don't know. And also in terms of notification, we have people receiving less notification, churning more. And it seems like maybe too much notification is not good and too little is not good. We need to find the balance. And also in terms of plan, we have a lot of standard plan user churning. Maybe it's too standard for them. We need also to think about it. Based on that, we found that engagement matter for our bank, and we developed our prediction model, machine learning prediction model, to understand who is more probably will churn from our bank. And we used all the information of our bank, all the parameters of each customer. And we had here our customer, he's 35 years old, and he's from Australia. He's using the Premier plan, and he's transferring $2 million in the account age of 500 days. Pretty engaged, I think, but he has only 2 contacts and 3 referees, and 3 of them all of them are unsuccessful, so 0 successful referees. Maybe he's not in the life of the party, but he's pretty engaged in terms of plan and transferring. Let's predict for. We have only 12% churn probability. Let's play with the parameters a bit. Actually, after we done this, I spent one night playing with this prediction model. It was so cool for me. So we changed the amount to 2,000 instead of 2 million. And we changed also the plan from Premier to Standard and the amount of days to 50. Just imagine it as we're considering this users as when he first joined our company. And let's predict is 30%, 34% probability of churn. That means more engagement, long-term life with our company is more important for us at churn. From here, I will give it to Fern.
This is not an financial advice, but please do not subscribe to neobank.com. Neobank has shut down because no proper business analysis was carried out. I guess we just weren't there when they needed us. Although it has ceased operations, the insights gained remain applicable to real-world companies, particularly those in fintech, such as Wise and Revolt. These analysts wouldn't have been possible without the teamwork of Axel, Rainer, Ola, and me, Fern.
We are also immensely grateful to our mentors, Enrique, Mariana, and Cedric, as well as Pal and Sylvain for their invaluable feedback in shaping our project, and we couldn't have done it without our other fantastic course mates, Adrian, Mike, and Jay, who will be presenting later. It has been an incredible 6-month journey. Thank you so much, everyone.
Let's welcome those full-time web folks. They're going to impress you with their app, What Do I Wear?
My name is Jed, and my biggest problem right now is I don't really know what to wear. I don't really like shopping, and I don't understand it much. I don't even want to go outside to the store. It's just too much eventually. So what do I wear? What do I wear? What Do I Wear is the name of our app. What do I wear? So I'm going to try this app out. And you start out by, I'm going to try to find an outfit. I like scrolling on Instagram. So I did find a picture of someone I think looks pretty cool. And so I'm going to try to get this exact or a similar looking fit. So, maybe as I go out in the spring to see some sakura, I can have a nice outfit as I walk around and take pictures of the cherry blossoms and of myself. Cool, so the app's gonna give me some options here. I'm just gonna make sure, okay, yes, this is my picture. And I got some options, which is great. I think I'll go with the same t-shirt, a white t-shirt. I think I'll go with the same kind of ripped pants. And maybe the boots on the left. I'm just gonna try to guess with this one. Maybe this is gonna be my outfit first. So I'm gonna save that to my virtual closet. Looks good, except look at the pants, very expensive, $320. I don't have that kind of money yet. So let me just change, I'm gonna edit the outfit a little bit. Cool. So here in the pants, I'm gonna go ahead and try to scroll through and look at some pants. Just tell me what we think is good. $100? Yes, no. $240? Maybe the next one, no. If you like it, say wear that, okay, if you like it. Wear this? Thank you, Jace. Thank you. Okay, so let's click on this one. I want to wear this one. Same shoes. We like this. Wear that or don't wear that? Wear that. Okay, keep going. Keep going. Barefoot. Okay, keep going. Good. Oh, yeah. Wear this one. This is good. This is good. This one, but I do like this one. So let's go with these ones. Total is about $259. That's pretty good. I'm gonna update my outfit, and then I got a good outfit. Yes, looks really nice. I'm gonna go to my virtual closet and see I got my Instagram outfit there. So this is great, and I have something to wear. But what if I see someone on the street? Tokyo is very stylish, and I see someone who looks really, really fashionable. Well, I can actually just take a picture of them, and I don't have to ask them where they bought the stuff. I can just get their outfit. So let me get a volunteer if someone wants to take a picture here. Anyone want to try? Everyone looks good? I'm going to ask Martin. Okay, Martin, I like it. Martin. Yeah, let's give it a hand for Martin. Yes. Look at this nice guy. Thank you very much, Martin. Cool. So I got my Martin outfit, and I want that exact same jacket. I don't know. I didn't have time to ask him. He was just walking by. So I said, Martin, I want to know where Martin got his jacket from. So the app's going to tell me, find it online for me, and I can actually buy something similar or hopefully the same exact jacket. Oh, it is the exact same jacket. Yes, perfect. It worked just like I thought. So let's keep that one. Let's also get the same pants, and also let's get the white shoes as well. Actually, let's go with the black shoes for him. Let's give him the black shoes. Cool. I can save my outfit here, and I can go back to my virtual closet. And actually, I want to buy the jacket right now. So I'm going to go ahead and click the link, and then I can order it online immediately. It should come up soon. Yeah, that's it. Awesome. So thank you very much. This has been our app. This is What Do I Wear? So if you want to save some time and you also want to shop from your house or shop from the train or from your job, well, no one shops at their office, but you can use our app. It's called What Do I Wear? Thank you very much. Oh, also I want to say thank you to my team. Thank you to my 2 team members here. They're amazing, and he was staying up late, really late. So thank you. Yes.
We're gonna welcome Stamati on stage. Let's welcome the Mad Sandwichist.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. My name is Stamati. I do not bring spreadsheets today. Instead, I bring sandwiches. So I'm from America. Anyone who knows about American cuisine, we love sandwiches. I'm sorry to say, Japan, your sandwich game is weak. You guys got 3-corner sandwiches everywhere. I am starving here. The most creative thing you guys got is Burger King. So today I want to show you an app I found to help you inspire yourself in the kitchen. Make some crazy sandwiches, explore a bit. The slogan is go crazy with cooking. So let's get started. All right, so jumping right in, it looks like some other users have already created some pretty interesting sandwiches. Let's scroll down a bit. Huh, what's that last one? Is that a gator sub? Ma Creeley's famous gator sub, huh? What does it taste? Oh, it even has tasting notes. Oh, that's an interesting flavor profile. Got some gamey in there. Texture, chewy, not a word I associate with sandwiches, but let's go. What's it got on it? Let's see it. A baguette with lettuce, tomato, and alligator sausage. Very interesting. Well, I just so happen to have that exact sandwich here. I'm not going to show you. It's a secret, trade secret. I'm eating it right now. Very delicious. Let's leave a review. How much did I like it? I think 5 stars. How crazy was it? 4. Could have used more sauce. So I think tasted like chicken. That's my review. Tastes like chicken. Gator tastes like chicken. 2025 Gator. All right. Submit that. Let's go. Oh. I can't spell either, I guess. No spreadsheets and no spelling today. All right, we got that review going. I really like this sandwich, actually. I'm going to favorite that real quick. Let's come back to that later. Bing. All right. So I think let's try making our own sandwich, right? I mean, that's what this app is really for. So let's get in there. Oh. Going slow today. All right. Oh, here we are. A pretzel bun and ciabatta. That is an interesting choice. Let's keep it. I like that. Let's add... Ooh, I feel intimidated by the gator. Let's go with elk steak. Elk steak sounds good. That's a common meat. I think everyone's had elk steak before, right? Making sandwiches is quite hard, actually. I have no idea what else to add. Let's ask the sandwichist. So, give me 2 ingredients, and I like cheese. Let's make it a little bit cheesy. And cheddar and brie. I like that. Let's go. And let's drop that ciabatta to the bottom. Bring it down. Come on. Let's add a little bit more brie. Let's put that up to 3. 3 on brie. Let's go. All right. Sandwich patent. What is that? A sandwich patent. Oh, let's give it a name. Let's call it Cheese Mountain. I don't know why. Just Cheese Mountain. I like it. Let's go with it. And description, perfect for cheese lovers. And I think we have, hopefully, a great image for this. We'll see. Oh, I like that one. Let's do it. Throw that up there. Let's go. Create that sandwich. And there we go. Wow, very nice. And you can even see what it tastes like. Very cool. Let's take a look at our profile real quick. Let's see what we got on there. Oh, achievements. The journey begins. We created our first sandwich together. Very nice. I like it. So, I think I know what I'm going to make for dinner tonight. Thank you all. Hopefully you can also be inspired to try out some crazy sandwiches. And I want to give some thanks to my group members, Jakob, Max, who unfortunately can't be here. He's in Germany, and Jasmine. Thank you very much.
Now we're diving into data science. For this project, it's going to be a hybrid pitch. Again, we're going to have Luke joining us from China, as well as, where is he? Right here. Come here. Abu joining us here on site. Cool. Let's give them a big round of applause.
Hi, everyone. My name is Abu Bakr. You can call me Abu. Me and my friend Luke online here. I'm going to introduce to you our products. Our product, PlayerLens. Finding value on the pitch. Okay, picture this. You're a football manager. That's soccer for you Americans. Your star player got injured and you need to replace him. We build a product that's going to help you find a replacement that give you players that as at least as good as the injured player and doing it cost effectively. So what the product does, it first spits out a bunch of similar players to the injured player based on the performance. And then, based on the statistics of those players, is going to give you an estimate of how much they're going to cost you on the market. And to hear the rest of it, I'm going to pass it to Luke. Luke?
So firstly, I just want to speak about the data set. So our initial data set had player data from Europe's top 5 leagues. This data was sourced from a site called FBref, which some people may be aware of. The data set is updated weekly, and in the graph here, you can see the features, the feature category quantities to show that the data set is well-rounded. However, the one downside that we had with this was there was no player valuations within this data set. So what we had to do is we had to do some web scraping from another popular site called Transfer Market, and then these values were mapped to the player names to give the full data set that we was able to work with. And the graph here shows the average market value by league. Having the Premier League having the highest average is no surprise, but one surprising part was seeing La Liga and the Bundesliga being somewhat tied in sort of second and third, which suggests that if you are looking for potentially undervalued or cheaper players, then these two leagues would be a good area to start looking at least. So that's the data set rounded up. So for the demo, we have our app here. So PlayerLens, the description below gives a brief overview of what the app does. So again, picture you have your star player that is now injured. He scored the most goals for you, so you're looking for a replacement that gives the same output. For us, we can choose a forward here. So in the player analysis part, we have the drop-down box. Here you can choose player names. You can additionally also type the player in. So for our team, our star player was called Haaland. So if we choose Erling Haaland here at the top, we can see that the player is selected. We have the team, the league of the player, and the age. Beneath this, we have the performance metrics to show, again, the output of the player. And then underneath this, we have two outputs from our two separate models. So on the left, we have the value given for the player metric. So this is based solely just off the statistics and from our regression model. And then on the right, we have the averages of the 10 most closest players. So we can see here that 59 million euros is the average for these players. These players were clustered, and the criteria we used for that was each player must have played 6 full games. The age range of the players must be within 3 years of our selected player. So that's 3 years older, 3 years younger. And then there was also some position sort of weighted metrics that we use depending on position. And then once all these are executed, this can then give us up to 10 players beneath that are closely linked to our selected player as mentioned. And the information we get here as a quick overview is the team, the league, and then the age, and then their market value. And then to go one step further, well, we can go up to 5, but for the sake of the demonstration here, we've chosen 5. So this shows you how, the output of the players for the statistics from our selected player. So it gives you a bit more analysis that you can use for the comparison. So that is our app. Let's just go back to the demonstration. So what I would like to do now is I just want to speak through the machine learning models that we used. So we tried a number of different models. What we found was our random forest regression was the most successful. That's the one with the blue bars here. And we chose this model because the R2 values were the highest for this model, which suggests that this captured the data more effectively compared to the other ones that we were experimenting with. And then from this model, it gave us a list of feature importances. So there's a big key here of what all the abbreviations mean. But I think one thing that we need to take away from this is this one at the top, age. So what we found was that age outperformed all the performance metrics, which was a surprise to us. And I think this poses a question in the area of, are visible stats like goals sort of overhyped in comparison to stuff that is less obvious, whether that is potentially age or other performance metrics like tackles or passes. From this model, we would probably say so, as the first performance feature was actually passes received. So yeah, a little bit surprising to a certain extent. So because age was at the top, we did a little sort of further analysis into the player ages. So in this graph here, you can see the median market value by age. What we can take away from this is defenders and goalkeepers tend to peak later in their career, and value is sort of sustained throughout their experience. Whereas with midfielders and forwards, the midfielders have a steady growth up until their mid-20s, and then they sort of have a gradual decline throughout the rest of their career, where the forwards sort of peak again in their mid-20s, but they have a rapid decline to show that they have much shorter primes of their careers compared to players in other positions. And then here I have a graph to show you the actual predictions versus the actual market values versus the predicted market values. What we need to take away from this is the dots or the clusters closer to the line are the more accurate predictions the model made. This is for the random forest regression. The points further away show the errors or the outliers. So as we can see, there are some points that we, some outliers that we can sort of build upon if we are to refine this moving forward. And then lastly, I mentioned this briefly within the demo, but age, the playing time, and the positions were the criteria used, and the algorithm that we used for this was the nearest neighbors. So this is how we managed to get the clustering and get the similar players. So I'll just pass you back over to Abu now to talk about the outcomes and give a brief description of the next steps.
Just to wrap up and just to summarize, the key insights from the model that showed the player values, performance doesn't really play that big of a role. It's the age and play time that was the most dominant in the valuation of the players. And the second thing, we found that the model has a lot of outliers and a lot of errors. Well, that player valuation can just be based on stats of the players. So there is a lot of indefinite factors that can affect the valuation of players, or always the human touch in it also. And to refine the model, well, we can investigate algorithms that can capture the variance and the errors more effectively. And that will improve the predicting power of the model. And finally, we can use clustering to group players together that have similar play styles. That will help the manager select players that have player styles that are close to their own team's play style, so it could be more effective. And that's it. These are our team members. I'd like to thank all of them and all the TAs for helping with this project. Go find your player.
Let's welcome Jason first for Reacquaint.
Well, hello everyone, my name is Jason, and I am a contractor. So securing bids is essential for small businesses like mine. Now, I've heard about this app called Reacquaint, which can help me make better bids and win better work. So, what do I mean by bids? What I mean are tenders, just like the one I got last week, a bridge construction project on a major highway in India. So, as you can see here, it's pretty big, it's pretty thick, there's a lot of technical information, it's almost 60 pages long. Now, if I make a bid on this, and I have a low chance of winning, that's time wasted. That's time I could have put making a bid on a project that I had a higher chance of winning, right? And I can't waste that time. Time is money. So what I want to do is use Reacquaint to see, together with all of you, if I should pursue this project. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to upload this PDF I just showed you. So what Reacquaint is going to do is it's going to extract all the relevant info for me. Right? It's going to digest that info and put it together into 5 critical prerequisites that every contractor needs to know. That's budget control, quality, qualifications, health and safety, and the environment. Now, but how do I interpret this information, right? How do I understand what was in the tender? It's through these 4 powerful features. The first of which is called spec. The second is analyze. The third is team, and the fourth is response. So for spec, what it's going to do is consolidate all of the information throughout the tender, something that would have taken days to accomplish, and put it into a summary for me to read. Right? There's a lot of important information here, but within that information, sometimes there's gaps. There's things that you don't really see until you take a closer look, right? Perhaps there's a lot of risks involved. Maybe there's questions that I need to bring up to the owner. That's where analyze comes into play. So what it's going to do is go through the tender and see if there's any information that I really need to take a second look at. And looking at it now, it looks like there's some risks involved, right? There's some points for clarification that I need. It even suggests potential questions to bring up with the owner. Now, what about, the company and my team, right? So not everyone's available. Not everyone has the proper licenses and qualifications. So before I take a look at that, I need to see what exactly do I need. And again, this analysis is going to tell me and go through the key resources needed. So I need financial experts, right? Legal advisors. And I need someone who's good at risk management and environmental compliance, right? Do I have these people? I'm not exactly sure, but by looking at the specification again, I can identify the financial costs. The cost of bidding, to even make a bid in this industry, costs you money. So you can't make a bid needlessly. You have to know if you're right for the job or not. Now, what's the financial constraints? Like how much money in the bank do I need to pursue this? That's another thing that this spec document will show me. Luckily, we've had a good year. I have enough money in the bank. I think, okay, I can move on from this spec, right? So if I look at my team now, that's where the important bit is. Do I have the people, the manpower necessary for this? Not yet, but you know what? I know them by name. We have Adi, we have Rafaela. Okay, well, let's go so all of this information is going to be thrown together into the response isn't going either. Go to the environment. Okay, hi everyone. Yes, there we go. We have a team. One person, an environmental director. All right, so this specific project, because I've taken a look at it, it needs to be made in compliance with the Made in India initiative. That means we need to use locally sourced materials from India, right? And our environmental director can handle that easily, right? Naveen, they can handle it, for sure. So I feel pretty confident. I think we can go ahead and pursue this. But it takes a lot to win over an owner. I want to generate a response, right? Take in all my information, my previous work, and all my team members to put together kind of a proposal to show them why I'm the one for the job. So going through this, we have our resource conservation strategies. We have experience with this sort of technology. But even more than that, I have a score, right? A score that can quantify for the owner my compatibility on this project. It's 87%. It's in the green. That's a good sign. I think I'm going to go ahead and pursue this. So, thank you, Reacquaint, for helping me to make better bids and win better work. Thank you very much. Also, one last thing. I would like to thank my team, Rafaela, Adi, and Chris. We worked very hard, a lot of late nights, learning a lot of new things about the construction industry. I hope there's construction people in here right now. This is the app for you. Oh, I got one guy right there. You look like a bidder. There you go. Thank you, everyone.
For this next pitch, we're going to be welcoming a part-time group. We're going to be welcoming Alex and Jacob on stage for Eventerate.
All right. Hi, everyone. I'm
Hi, Alex.
Alex.
Are you done with the task?
Maybe.
I want it to be done tonight, okay? Thank you, Alex.
All right, Cindy. Thank you. Okay, so let's go take a look and see what tasks I have left remaining. Oh, hey, look. The next event that we do have, nearly everything is done, but something seems to not be completed yet. So let's go and see what that is. And oh, hey, look, over there, it's Minami. She hasn't finished it yet. So let's check in with her and see if she's actually done this or not. Okay, so let's go and type out a message to her, like, hey, Minami, are you done yet? Yep. Sorry, I can't really spell either, it seems. Okay, cool. Wow, she seems to have replied before we sent the message, but perfect. Let's go see if she's done. Hey, look, she's actually finished it. So, cool. Looks like it's Friday night. I can actually go home and have a great weekend to myself.
Actually, you can't. Alex, I saw that you're done, right? So I want you to make an event for next week, Tuesday. I want it to be an Easter event, and it's for your kindergarteners. 1 hour event, 3 activities. I want it to be done by Monday. Thank you, Alex. Have a nice weekend.
You too, Cindy. All right, then, let's go ahead and make this. Well, first, luckily, sometimes you have your boss doing this at 6 p.m. on a Friday night, and you just want to go home. And she gives you a gargantuan task. But in this case, luckily, we have Eventerate, an app that is meant to help you generate events easily using AI, taking the brunt of the work out of it for you. So let's go ahead and make it for what she wants, and let's see what comes out of it. Okay, so the first thing we have is an Easter bunny dance. Unfortunately for me, this honestly looks kind of boring, so I don't really want to use it. Let's get another one if we can. All right, so we've got an Easter parade instead. I kind of like this. It looks good, so we're going to keep it. The next one is Easter crafting. I imagine crafts require a lot of materials. Let's see what it needs. Craft papers, marker stickers, glue, safety scissors. Yeah, you know what? Let's kind of keep this too. I think we got most of those materials anyway. And last one is Easter egg roll race. I've never heard of this before, but honestly, it looks kind of interesting and kind of messy for the kids. So let's do that as well. Now, for the Easter parade, I kind of want to assign that to Minami. Perfect. And for Easter crafting, because it seems like there's a lot of prep work, I'm going to make Cindy do it. Cool. And last one, hey, Alan. Yes. Oh, you sound a little bit hesitant. Would you like to help me do something that Cindy's assigned to me? Oh, no, Cindy's giving me a lot. All right, perfect. Thank you very much, Alan. All right, now let's save this and move on and see what it's given us. Cool. So it's kind of given us a page where I can see all the activities and tasks that I've assigned. I don't actually have one done to me at the moment, but you know what? 60 minutes for 3 activities for children, their attention span's not going to really last. So let's go ahead and make a new activity with AI and see what it brings up to us this time. And it's given us an Easter egg hunt. Honestly, that's going to be really easy for me to set up, so I think I'm going to keep it and assign that one to myself. All right, so in this case, we have everything done for us. The AI has generated a really good event and everything, and we're on our way to having this event sorted out. So thank you very much, Eventerate, for simplifying this whole event generation process and saving my weekend. And I'd also like to thank my teammates, Alan, Minami, and
hi, Alex.
Hi, Cindy.
Hey, thank you, everyone.
Cool. We have our second and last data analytics group coming up. Let's welcome Adrian on the virtual stage.
Hello, everybody. We're going to have Jay start out our presentation today and Miki sharing her screen. So let's get started.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. We are very excited to present on human resources analytics, a key tool for improving hiring, retention, and workforce productivity. Well, let's begin by understanding how organizations use HR data to drive better strategies. We analyzed a US-based medical supply companies with approximately 1,470 employees to understand why people leave or stay, highlighting key areas for management to focus on in order to improve retention. We have 4 areas to focus on in our analytics approach. They are attrition drivers, really. Attrition here means the number of employees who left in the last year, role impact on satisfaction, performance trends, and identifying best fit candidates through analytics. Well, next, as you can see, so why people leave? They leave because of workload, travel stress, and work-life imbalance, in our case. Now, Adrian will tell you more detailed information of our findings. Thank you, Adrian.
Thank you, Jay. Our dashboard provides a detailed look at trends and company structure. Above is general information about the company. With a 16% attrition rate in the last year, it means an average 236 employees are leaving per year, alongside a high overtime rate throughout the company. Specifically, the sales department is suffering the most, with an employee turnover of 20% out of 446 workers. Let's explore further into why. In our analysis, we noticed the sales department has the highest attrition rate and even higher when coupled with frequent travel. Understanding these kind of attrition trends helps us develop effective retention strategies. We noticed an effective way this company keeps employees is training. Please pay attention to the 10% decrease in attrition when adding employees with 0 trainings in the last year and employees with 1 and 2 trainings. The turnover in sales and travel-intensive roles shows a clear need for better work-life balance strategies and stronger career development plans. Next, we'll explore employee experience and satisfaction trends. Employee satisfaction is crucial in retention, productivity, and overall workplace morale. Employees with higher job satisfaction scores tend to stay longer with the company. Yeah. While employees with lower satisfaction ratings have a higher risk of attrition, particularly in sales and HR for this company. Another point we noticed was commute distance. The attrition rate spikes at a certain distance group. We can surmise that being more transparent of travel needs during recruitment would combat against this turnover. Next, we'll discuss recruitment guidelines and strategies to improve hiring decisions and long-term employee success. With Miki. Miki?
Thank you, Adrian. So now let's look at our data here at the bottom left. We can see there is a strong alignment between employees' education and departments, with the highest retention in medical and life science, highlighting passion and expertise as a key to long-term retention in this medical device company. Here, one of the biggest challenges that we identified during this analysis, it was the overtime. On average, employees work 28% more than the standard hours, which contributes to higher attrition, especially among younger employees. This highlights the need for additional recruitment to maintain a sustainable workforce. So how do we improve retention and satisfaction? Our analysis suggests 5 key actions: continuous training, a well-being package, of course, recruiting additional team to reduce the overtime, but also ensuring clear expectation about frequent travel during the hiring process, and leveraging predictive models to improve hiring and planning processes. So let's test our predictive model with a real-world scenario. So let's imagine that we are considering recruiting a person for HR department. So it will be here. The candidate is 33 years old, willing to travel frequently for business, lives really close to the office, studied psychology with a focus on human resources, worked for 3 companies, and accumulated a total of 10 years of experience. The estimate turnover risk is only 19%, thanks to the experience, proximity, and role alignment. Now, let's consider another candidate for the same position. So still human resources, You will also be 33, willing to travel, having the same education background and same amount of companies, but it will have half of the experience of 5 years and a significantly longer commute. So let's say 25 miles. The result shows that distance and experience impact turnover risk, of course. So this also highlights how human resources analytics helps anticipate retention challenges and inform better hiring decisions. So I also want to take the opportunity to thank you all for the attention. A special thanks to our team for the dedication and the hard work in making this possible. I would also like to extend our gratitude to the teachers for the guidance and support, and as well as to the entire class for the collaboration and engagement throughout this journey. So thank you.
We have a few more presentations for you, a few more exciting presentations, and without further ado, let's welcome Arnold on stage.
Okay, well, hi, I'm Arnold. I'm 33 years old, and I've been to Japan since last year. My time here has been great so far. I've been traveling around for a bit, and now after Wagon, I'm going to look for a job and hoping to settle down here. However, there's been one thing that has always been challenging on me, and that is find things that I can eat. I like to go to the gym, and I keep track of my macros, so my carbohydrates, my fats, and my sugars. However, I have a nut allergy, and it's quite important that I avoid it at all costs. And it's quite a hassle to go over every label of a new article I want to buy every time. So a friend of mine, Jason, told me about this app, LabelWise. It's an app that scans the nutrition label for you and gives you a quick breakdown of what's inside. It has helped him a lot as a diabetic to keep better track of his sugar. So I decided to give LabelWise a chance as well. And it has made my life much, much easier. So let's go shopping. But first, before I almost forget, I decided to join my girlfriend this week with her vegetarian diet. So let me add that real quick in my preferences. Okay, so let's go to my profile. As you see, I added vegetarian right there. So now that I added vegetarian, I update my preferences, and we can go on to the actual shopping. Okay, let's go. Okay, so let's see what the Maruetsu has to offer. I don't know if you know Maruetsu, but it's a supermarket in Japan, and it's great. So I've been to the gym this afternoon, and I've burned quite a lot of calories. So let's try to refill those burned calories with a product that does just that, so a Calorie Mate. I don't know if you know Calorie Mate, it's like this bar, it has a lot of text, and I don't feel like going over it. Okay, so let's scan it. Feels quite safe. It doesn't show any sign of nuts, but there are a lot of ingredients, so just to be safe, let's check it. I don't want to eat the Calorie Mate and get like an allergic reaction. And I'm happy I did, because it contains almond. Okay, so I am not going to take this Calorie Mate. I don't want to get an allergic reaction. So I put this one back, and I'm going to try a different thing. Protein after sporting is always good. So let's try this protein milk. To be fair, this one flags me a little bit more than the Calorie Mate because of the colors. It looks like a chocolate one, and that goes quite often together with nuts. It's not uncommon. So let's take a look. The label's entirely in Japanese as well, so I can't read it, even if I want to. Great. Okay, so it's milk protein with cacao flavor, actually. But it is all green. It seems good. It doesn't seem to flag any of my allergies, and it's actually vegetarian, so that's good. So I'm going to consume this one after I buy it, of course, and add it to my intake. Okay, so 1 serving, and there we go. Okay, so my intake for today is quite low, because I forgot my lunch, apparently, and I have some space left for dinner. For my lunch, I'm going to add it actually right now, because I forgot it. So let this beautiful bento, which is not yet in the seats anymore. Oh, damn. Okay, let's try something else. Do another Calorie Mate. Or do the milk. I don't mind. Something. I'm hungry. This is going so worse, guys. Thank you, audience. go. That looks readable. Okay, it's a lemonade. It works. And I'm going to drink this right now. Actually, I'm going to add it to my favorites because it tastes really, really good. For the next time I want to take this, I just go to my favorites and add it from right there. It's what I'm going to do right now, actually. I'm going to click on the lemonade, and I'm going to add it to my intake. There we go. Okay, so great. It has been added. So LabelWise have made my life much easier, and I'm very grateful for it. I don't need to be afraid every time I go to the supermarket when I buy something that it contains something of my allergies. So be like me, scan on the go with LabelWise. Thank you very much. And before I forget, I also want to thank my team, Prachi, Aliyah, and Remy, to make this app possible. Thank you very much.
Let's welcome the next pitch on stage.
Hi everyone, I'm Amy. So before I start my presentation, I'm going to ask you guys a little bit harsh questions. So how many times have you felt like starting learning something new only to give up halfway? In this process, how often do you feel stuck and unmotivated, not knowing where to go? Wouldn't it be great if there was a space where you could learn with others, discuss problems, and stay motivated? Then StudyHive may be your best solution. On this platform, you can study new things in collaborations with others on any topics of your choice. Let's say I'm interested in AI applications. Let's try it out. So after entering this app, the first thing I'm going to do is to check my own desk, my Usagi own desk. So apart from the portfolio, I'm going to ask my AI Queen Bee about this question, see how AI Queen Bee answers my questions. Okay, let's do this. So what's the best AI tool to fully automate daily workflows? Sorry, this is kind of busy like Queen Bee, so it's kind of slow. Yeah, okay, here we go. So we got this answer, but right now I want to discuss this answer with other people. So I go out and check other desks. I want to find people who share same interests with me. So I try to browse other desks and follow maybe a few users, and let's see what I get. Oh, I saw Sarah. Okay, AI power coding. Okay, maybe great. So I follow her and try to leave a message because, I want to ask some tips on this. Maybe Sarah can help me. So I ask, any tips? Oh, thank you for the typo. Any tips for a beginner? Yeah, and you see, those questions will be displayed in the form of sticky notes. So right now, back to my live board, I can see that the people I follow right now are in kind of room AI for everyday lives. Ooh, looks interesting. Maybe if I join this hive, I can discuss with other people about what I'm interested in right now. So let's join this hive. So after taking a look at this brief introduction, I decide to subscribe to this hive. And then I can see YouTube video here that is shared by hive owner. And when I scroll down, I can see resources. I can see resources that have been curated from the hive owner. Not only that, I can also see the ongoing polls. Okay, let's go. What is the biggest AI challenge you face? That's a good question, right? Ethical issues, lack skills, too expensive. Yeah, I'm poor, so maybe let's go for the third one, too expensive. Yeah, let's submit. And so for this poll, the hive owner can know what kind of people, what they want to talk about this topic. And then most important of all, I can join the live chat. Wow. This live chat is a place where people can chat and share their thoughts about this topic right now. Okay, so I'm going to say hi, and then I can go get some likes for messages I prefer. And you know what? I'm a fan of memes gifs, so I won't miss this chance to send some evil gift. Yeah, let's say probably let's look for something. Hello. Oh, well, pretty common. Yeah. Okay, let's go. Hello, I want to say hi to like members in this chat. Okay, cool. So right now, as I can also see the tab of members. Okay, so I want to check like who are online right now. As you can see, like people who are online will be displayed as yellow bits. And then for those ones that are gray, they are offline, sorry. So you can check out who are online at this moment. Okay, so over time, I become an active participant in this chat. And then I want to see, I want to take what I learned from this chat to the Hive I created on my own. So let's go back to my own Hive. Where is my, see, there are a lot of opening Hives. It's like math for AI, like machine learning. Oh my God, it's so difficult. Okay, so I want to like make my Hive bigger and bigger. So I'm going to invite more and more people to join my Hive so we can create a bigger Hive. So after pressing that down, I can see users that are interested, have different interests, and I can invite them over to my Hive. After that, let's see if there is a newbie coming to our Hive. Let's scroll down, see if there are any newbies. Our live chat, seems like somebody is kind of talking, right? Sorry, only me. Okay, kind of sad. Okay, whoa. Amy-sama, please. We have a newbie, okay, which is Ruben. Okay, Amy-sama, what is the most important math skill for creating AI? Yeah, that's a pretty difficult question, okay. Cindy say hi, Amy. Hi, Cindy. Yeah. So, that's a really difficult question. So, as a Hive owner, I'm going to take some actions. Okay, I want my members to make use of this topic. So I decided to paste some YouTube tutorials about this topic. And then this video will get updated automatically for other users. And also, I'm going to create some, share some resource links also for my members to review. Okay, so this is a pretty good start. I mean, math for AI machine learning is pretty difficult. Maybe we can, go for something further in the future. There are a lot of math fields for machine learning. There are algebra, there are algorithm, and also calculus. So I want to gather feedback from members, what kind of topics they are interested in, so we can discuss about this later. So what type of math is most important for AI? Okay, so I can see what my members truly interested in, and then I can introduce that kind of concepts in the further discussion. So in my Hive wall, I can see what type of math is most important for AI, and there are 3 options for my members to choose from. So as I started as a beginner with my own desk, and now I'm running a thriving Hive for my members to discuss in this little space. And then I know we are all living in a world of information overload. Learning something new may be pretty difficult alone, I know, but it doesn't have to be that. Join us and find your Hive and never study home alone again. Thank you. And before I say thank you, I forgot to pay special thanks to my member Reyes and Ruben, and thank you guys for coming.
Cool. We have a last data science project to pitch in front of you. So second and last data science project. You might have seen some web development team using AI to enhance their applications, but these guys, they are behind the models, they are behind AI. And in some cases, they can even tell you when it's for real and when it's just BS. And so for that, we're going to be welcoming Ia on stage for Fake Data Detector.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ghi, G-H-I. You can remember my name as Gathering Helpful Information. And a very helpful information that I bring to you today is that we are receiving fake news every day. Yeah, I'm not talking about the last presentation, don't care about that yet. This one, okay, and you can see that like in the social media, fake news is like spreading popularly and it have a quite like influence in all around the world, from South Korea to America and every day. So people are using Gen AI to generate like text data and image data, and you can imagine that sometimes you open the social network and see some beautiful girl send a friend request with you, and see like you just realize that it's just AI generated, and it's a little bit disappointed, right? So how to deal with this problem? And we have a very good application to deal with that, and that is fake data detector. Okay, yeah, so you no longer need to worry about fake news with our application. Okay, so let's see the demo. All right, before that, I would like to ask you a question. So, which among these images that you think is real and which is fake? All fake, really? Any other opinion? Okay, so let's check it from the demo. Okay, so we have a very interesting application here to check. So you can see that like, not here. Okay, so you can see that many teams use AI to generate data, and we are the one to fight against that. We try to detect AI generated data. Yeah, and maybe because of that, we need some time. Yeah. All right, so here is the application. Basically, we can like determine whether this text is real or fake. Okay, so for example, like when we enter like this text in the application and click classify text, we receive that like this text is written by human with a confidence of like 52%. And if this is an AI generated text, and you can see that it also says human, so basically sometimes it's not perfect. Yeah, we have another application. That's the wrong yeah. Actually, this one is not the latest version. In the latest version, it's better. Should we change the latest version? Sorry? Like we have another version. It's like, yeah, I think it's better to.
That's gonna be complicated. You need to talk about your project. We're doing it.
Okay. So maybe the demo we will it later because this one is not the latest version. Okay, so let's talk about the model behind the scene first. No, this is down.
Okay. I'm gonna do it. Down.
So now the pizzas are gonna arrive too early, guys. Beautiful.
This one should be.
It's gonna smell like pizza in the whole place, and then people won't focus with the last project.
Yeah. Oh, okay. This is the latest version, and you can see it will be different. All right, so now you can see it's AI generated, no longer human. Yeah. You can see that like I have to like spend my whole last night for this one. Yeah. To make it AI generated. Okay. And okay, so that is about text. How about image? All right, we have a question about whether this image is AI or human. So now let's see the answer. Yeah, you see it's very similar to my car. But I don't own a car, so it's AI, okay? And the next one, a very beautiful woman. Yeah, this one. And everyone believes it's fake. Is it true? And the answer is, it's human generated. So actually, it's a real photo. And the final one, yeah, this one. It looks like AI generated, even for human, but actually, it's human. So this is a wrong prediction, even in the later version. So yeah, it's not really perfect. And you can see that it still has some constraint and we still need to work on that. But you can see like for many cases, we are able to detect the fake data, the data that's generated by AI or by the image as well. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about something behind the scene. So how can we make this application work? And actually, we divided it into two main datasets, the image dataset and the text dataset. And for the text dataset, we have tried two different approaches. The first one is the machine learning approaches, which is like for some simple model. Yeah, I don't want to mention the jargon, so just skip it. And the second one is neural network. Basically, we try to build a model that like imitates like human's brain, like the neuron, and try to like make it learn from the data and get a prediction. And for the image data, because it's a little bit like complicated, so we decided to go with neural network. All right, so let's dive deeper about the text dataset. So for the text dataset, we use this like dataset, human versus LLM text corpus from what? From Chicago, from MIT. Okay, and it's have like 800,000 data, but because of the like computational like cost, like we decided to sample it to 10,000 data, and we apply something called TF-IDF to convert the text data into 10,000 features. Imagine we have 10,000 features, and also another feature very important, the word count, the number of words, and the text length. So what is TF-IDF? TF stands for text frequency. So is it a term frequency? Yeah, so it's determine how often a word appear in the documents. And the IDF stands for inverse document frequency, and it determines how rare that word appear in the other documents. So basically, we try to find some word that is a keyword for only this document. So the keyword that appear a lot of time in this document, but not the other. Okay, and thanks to that, we have 10,000 features, which is a very powerful data for us to train. And we apply a neural network to that. Basically, neural network is a model that imitates the human brain. And we evaluate the model performance based on something called recall. So basically, recall is the proportion of actual AI that was classified as AI, rather than the actual AI that is not classified as AI or something. So basically, because we want to try to classify AI as much as possible, so we did we decided to use recall, and you can see that we have a very high recall, 0.9, almost 100%, right? Yeah, 90%, 92%. And some of the improvement that we need is that because the data set have a lot of long text data, so if we enter very short data, short text, for example, G is super awesome or something like that, yeah, you can say that it can maybe not really have a high accuracy. So maybe in the future, we need to have more short text data as well. And in terms of image data, we also have 60,000 real images, so human taken images, and 60,000 fake images from AI. And with that, we also received the high accuracy, about 90%, but still, if we provide some images that already there in the data set, it can have a very good prediction, about 98% correct. And for other categories, it's about 80% correct. The reason probably because the data only have 10 categories as shown on the screen. So for some other data that don't have inside that kind of categories, maybe it can provide wrong prediction. And in the future, we need to provide more categories on that. Okay, so that's it for the presentation. And the final thought is that you can see after a lot of work, we have a data that have a good accuracy, like 90% for text and 95% for images. And yeah, in the future, we need to improve the model, but the improvement is very depends on the application. And yeah, we can fit more relevant data. Okay, so that is all for my presentation. And finally, I really give a big thank to all the instructor and my team, Romaric, Vivek, and Halim. Halim is not here. She's from Malaysia? Indonesia. Oh, yeah, Indonesia. Yeah, thank you so much.
We have very international batches. We also have very nationwide batches. We have people joining us from all over the country. And with that being said, Nico actually came over today from Kansai.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming tonight. And I know it's been a really long night. You've been listening to so many pitches like for the past 1.5 hours. But yes, I want to hear you guys cheer again. Woo! Okay, so as you all know, or maybe not, but I'm a very timid person and I don't really like to go out a lot. So I don't really do any outdoor activities, but is anyone here interested in any outdoor activities? Yeah? Oh, so many. Oh, more than I thought. Anyone has never done outdoor activities before? Oh, wow. you liar. No. Okay, but so I've always seen people on Instagram or like all these like social media, they're just going out doing like really crazy hikes in like Yakushima or like doing like rock climbing in the wall. And I'm like, whoa, that could never be me, but it's so cool. I really wish I could. But recently I saw my friend, like he's the most couch potato person I've ever seen in my life. Like he does no sports, he does nothing, he just stays at home. But he actually went to hike Mount Fuji recently. And I was like, how? You just stay at home all day. Like, how do you do that? I was really shocked. And he introduced me to this app called Boken Club. So Boken Club, Boken means adventure in Japanese. And I've also tried this app thanks to him. And I was like, oh, like thanks to this app, I've never ever gone out like on my own before, but I actually went to Himeji Castle and walked around the castle on my own. And I've also gone for Yamanashi, like Kawaguchiko cycling on my own. I've only done it with friends, but now I actually did it on my own thanks to this app. There's just so many things in this app, like skills, equipments, all these stuff that I can just get through this app. And that was really helpful for me. So now I think I'm ready. I built my stamina. I'm really ready to go hiking now. So I want to create a new travel plan. So I'm thinking of going next week because I'm really excited. So maybe around like March. Yeah, and I just want to do this hike in Hokkaido. I've never been to Hokkaido, so I want to go there. Oh, see, there's Shiretoko National Park, so maybe I can go there. Oh, there's bear bell, bear spray. I think we need to really worry about the bears because there's so many bears in Hokkaido. But there's more stuff that I probably need. Oh, wait, they want me to have a waterproof back cover and rain jacket? Wait, it's gonna be raining when I'm going? Okay, no, I'm not going in March. I'm just going in June. I'm gonna go during the summer when it's all nice and sweaty, but, well, it's still nice. So yeah, probably we have like different, oh, now we need sunscreen and mosquito repellent. Yeah, that sounds about right. But we also need our bear bell and bear spray. That's important. And sun hat, yes. We need that. Need to care about our skin, yes. So next, they have been telling me a lot about like bear safety. Like I really have to worry about bears because Hokkaido summer, probably I might meet a bear for the first time. So yeah, and that's it for our travel plan. There's everything listed here, everything that you need. So I have mosquito repellent, I have a water bottle, I have a sun hat. So I can just add that to my pack list, but I don't have bear bell and bear spray, I better buy that. And there's, yeah, well, all these safety warnings about bears. Be careful about bears, they're really scary. So I really need to learn more about like what I have to do when I meet a bear. So like there's actually a video, which is, I'm a very visual person, so I really need to like look at videos. And this is good because there's a video here. But, oh, also, when I was doing the cycling, I actually bought a first aid kit, but I couldn't use it because I didn't get injured, sadly. But I might get injured in future, we never know. So I'm gonna take a quiz. Actually, I've already done like 4 out of 5 of the questions, and I got them all right. But I need your help for the last one because I don't really know what to answer for this. So can you guys help me? Wilderness first aid, which is not a sign of dehydration. Can I have any answers? Headache? Headache? Do you think that's the answer? Or is it any of the others? Oh, you're Wrond. That means you actually have to use our app and get better. Thank you very much. And I want to thank my team, like Nico and Leo. Without you guys, I would have never done this. But thank you so much, and thank you for listening.
This is our very last pitch. I'm actually a bit sad, but the very good news is that it's a cool pitch. So without further ado, let's welcome Sora Flight on stage.
Hello, everyone. I know I'm the last pitch. I know you all have a long day already. It's been a tough week for everybody, right? So I don't know you guys, but right now I just want to chill. I don't know, playing some games, so we just need to chill, right? So right now, let's do it. Let's play a game, right? I know it's pitch day, it's demo day, we're at Google, we shouldn't be playing right now. Well, come on, just a quick break, right? So anyway, I'm Axel. I'm a huge aviation geek. And actually, as a hobby, I like sometimes to see up in the sky. I spot some flights over there. Actually, I look for many airplane types or models. Sometimes I just look for the prints on it. Have you ever seen this crazy Pokemon airplane they have in Japan? It's crazy, right? But anyway, the other day, I was with my friend nearby Narita, and we were actually spotting some flights there. And he told me, Axel, you should try this new quiz game app, which is kind of cool. And I said, okay. And to be honest, I already downloaded this game, and I already play a few games. So now, I really need to show you how crazy it is. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We are ready for takeoff. And voila! So right now, we're using our camera to spot some flights up in the sky, which is crazy, right? So right now, we are currently flying above Tokyo, and you can see there's just many flights around here. So I wonder, where are these flights going? So what if I try to choose this flight and start the game? And there you go, game's on, everybody. So first question is, which is the departure airport? So now you're probably wondering, Axel, how are you gonna guess that? But don't worry, I got you. So with my camera, I just need to look for, there you go. I just need to look for my pin, which is showing me the actual departure airport. And actually saying that from my current location, from my east, this airport is 62 kilometers away. So I don't know, you guys, does anyone give a shot on this one? What are your feelings? What are your feelings? Narita Airport, which is really accurate. I think it's a new airport. Okay, let's try Narita Airport. That is correct. Amazing, amazing. So now, what about the arrival airport? So we just need to look for our pin for the arrival airport, right? And there you go, there it is. Cool. And I can see that from my current location, this airport is all the way to the west, and it's actually 1,200 kilometers away. I think probably this is gonna be a little bit tough. Does anyone want to give a try? Incheon? That's a really good guess, actually. That's a really good guess. I was feeling that. You were saying it? Okay. Let's try Incheon. That is correct. Amazing. Cool. I think, have you ever guys take this flight before? Like, okay. So now it's going to be the tricky one, which is the airline from this flight. So now we need to think a bit more. So right now we know we are departing from Narita and we're heading to Incheon, right? So we probably need to think it's probably any airline from Japan or from Korea. Do we have anything like that in our options? Jeju Airlines? Jeju Airlines, everyone's agree on this one, Jeju Airlines? Peach? Peach? What are you guys feeling, Peach? Let's try Peach. Okay, let's try Peach. It was Jeju Airline, but it was a good one. To be honest, I was feeling the same one, but it's okay. So voila, right now we are having our boarding pass, and as you can see, we guessed right the arrival and the departure airports. But unfortunately, the airline was not well guessed, but good try, good try. But now, as you can see, we're traveling in business class because we didn't guess all the correct answers. I wonder what can happen if we actually answer every correct answer, get it all wrong. But anyway, as you can see, I also earned a new badge. So right now, I just want to see what is this badge for. So let's go to my dashboard over here. And there you go. As you can see, I have my recent flights I already guessed. These are the flights I already take, of course. And I want to see my achievement that I just got. And there you go. There's the frequent flyer. But what is this about? Yes, playing for over 10 games, which is kind of great. So I don't know, you guys, I just want to keep traveling around the world, catching some flights, guessing where they're coming from. So that was all from my side. Before I really finish, I just want to thank my team, Yuki, Patrick, you. And also, since I'm the last speech, I just got to say to all you guys, like, congratulations. I know it's been a tough week for everyone, and especially the TAs. If we all have tough weeks, I can't imagine for the TAs, like, we're spending like crazy with us. So thank you guys. Also, Sylvain and Sasha and everyone here, thank you so much. We were Sora flights.